All right, how you doing? I'm here with Chris, Truly Tropical. My name's Vince of Backyard Mangoes, and we're gonna do a little follow-up video to the video she did the couple days ago. And the name of her video was "What to Do Now for Your Mango Trees: Soil Amendments and Fertilizers." So I just had a couple questions following up on that video. You ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Um, Gypsum and KMAG. What is the difference? Because gypsum adds calcium, but doesn't KMAG also add calcium? Or am I confused? Because that's likely.
KMAG does not. There are some sources that include KMAG in it that would have some calcium, but I don't believe it has any calcium. The gypsum is, calcium sulfate, I believe, and that is good for our soils, which are mostly sand. So it really depends on what soil the viewers have as far as if you should use calcium or not.
And what would be like an application rate in general for somebody if they were going to add gypsum?
Well, for our trees, and our trees are fairly old, like 20 years old, we use 50 pounds of gypsum for 3 or 4 of the trees.
Okay.
And basically, when you spread any amendment, you don't put it toward the trunk. You pretty much go around the edge of the tree and scatter it out because the roots from any tree are going, like insane distance, and the root tips are the ones that really, the fine roots are the ones that absorb the nutrients. And so don't put your fertilizer right next to the trunk.
Yeah, I believe somebody told me, and correct me, about 2 foot maybe in from the drip line and to up to about 3 foot out of the drip line. That's kind of a something I heard once.
Yeah, that's one strategy. The roots from uh, an established plant
Hmm.
will go like 6 times the distance from the trunk to the edge of the canopy.
No, so that's
And so well, of course, we have tons of trees. So you might be thinking you're putting gypsum for that tree here, down there, but the other nearby trees will be able to absorb some of that also.
and when you apply, you just hand cast, or do you use like a spreader type?
Yeah, we haven't used a spreader for it. Usually just have like a bucket or something to scoop it up in and then spread it out. 50-pound bags, you don't want to be, dragging it
Yeah,
around.
they
It's
get
better
heavy.
to get a smaller quantity, spread it, and then go back to the bag.
Yeah, this many trees, I imagine that's a lot of weight to be carrying around. And let's see what else. So the 0316 fertilizer that hard developed for you, is that a fast or a slower release fertilizer?
Well, it is encapsulated, so it is a time release fertilizer. It's I'm not sure if we have a rating on the time, but I'm guessing it would be 90 to 120 days.
No, so that would last a long time.
Yeah.
About every.
Yeah, most people fertilize twice a year. Right now is not the time to put nitrogen down, but you can, supply all sorts of other nutrients to the trees that will help their health and also hopefully inspire them to flower and fruit.
And so that was the next question. So maybe the 0316 or the potassium or KMAG and gypsum, now would be a good time to go ahead and start dropping those.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The only thing, if you have a mature tree and you want fruit, don't put any fertilizer that has nitrogen. The nitrogen is the first, number in the series, like 0316. The zero is because it's zero nitrogen. So, don't use the, 12, 12, 12 or whatever, because that will possibly affect the flowering and fruiting of your tree and also affect the taste of the fruit if you do happen to get some.
And if you have a smaller tree that you're really not, say that you want to not produce this year and you really would like to see it grow more, go ahead and throw the
Oh, absolutely.
nitrogen number on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which then we started our dry season finally, and because it's
Mhm.
been a rainy summer.
Yeah, we traded rain for wind, though.
Yeah, a lot of wind. Um, and so the stressor of the dry for people who have irrigation systems at home or sprinklers and watering their trees, should they be withholding at this time for flowering, say in December or January, or how much more watering should be occurring, do you think?
Yeah, yeah, this is the time to get your trees quiet, and if you keep irrigating them, they're going to keep wanting to grow. Here, as some of the viewers might know, we don't irrigate at all, and the trees, when they, at least on this side of the grove, when we first planted them, they got a very small amount of water to keep them alive and keep them growing. But now there's no irrigation at all. And so we're at the mercy of nature. But it also works out well because this time of year, we usually don't get a lot of rain.
And different question: if somebody was going to read one book or look at one book for general source of good information to maybe get started, what book might you suggest? You have one on mangoes,
Hmm.
or there's lots of them?
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
Yeah,
Uh, I, there have been pamphlets that I picked up at Fairchild Gardens, of course,
yeah.
20 years ago. But the pamphlet was very helpful. It was cost $1. It was nice. I don't know if they still have that. Richard Campbell produced a book with very nice pictures and stuff. I'm not sure if it's in print anymore, but
Yeah.
that was a nice thing too. Yeah.
I think U of F put one out, I believe, too. You could download online, 2 or 3 page short one I've seen, and
Hmm.
some others.
Yeah, IFAS has a lot of information online too.
And if you were going to have a garden gnome, do you have any garden gnomes?
Not that I know of.
No? You need some, would you put a garden gnome out here?
I don't know. I would think it might be at risk for the machinery and stuff that comes through. So
All right. Well, thank you for the information. Hopefully, answered some questions and follow up off of her video. And I'm going to put the link in the description. And thank you for watching.
what to do after you retire from teaching?
I'm going to do this and hunt. I like hunting. Do you like hunting?
No, I hunt mangoes.
You hunt mangoes? The best mango? What's the best? What's your most elusive mango then that you're hunting? Maybe you're trying
Well,
to add to your collection.
yes, always looking for more. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm up to an insane number right now, and it will still grow.